Alright, so I've been working on something quite interesting this evening and kind of inspired by XeroLinux and when I installed his distro in a VM. So I installed the distro using his script and I thought, well, I wonder if I can make a script that actually will install Fedora. Maybe I can use the Fedora minimal install to get started to TTY or to command line and then run the script from there. So done a bit of AIing and yeah, I think I've done it. So I'm just going to test it and I want to record testing it really. But to do it, what we're going to do is we're going to install a new virtual machine and we're going to go to here. We're going to grab Fedora everything, get that installed. So it's going to launch Anaconda. Just go through the usual install. I'm going to do US, so I'll get the US keyboard. We'll do that. Yeah. So we're going to go to keyboard US. That's perfect. We're going to install it on the virtual drive. We're going to set up a user account as normal, like so, and then click it to do that. This is the important bit. It needs to say Fedora custom operating system here. This is where you would normally go in and select everything, but in order for this to work and build it how I want it to be built, you just have the basic custom operating system, and that's it. So we click begin installation. It's quite a small install with only 419 RPMs, which is quite nice. So it's only 635 megabytes. Now I'm sure it extracts to more than that, but it really is quite a minimal install. Now I really like the KDE tools, but I also like Cinnamon. So this build is to kind of mix the two. I really hope it works. I'm working on it all evening, getting late here as well. So this is like the final test before I go to bed. Okay, so that's phase one done, which is basically installing the base system. I'm going to reboot, and this should take us straight to TTY. There we go. So we're going to log in, the account you just made. Now there's two ways to do this. You can either follow the script on GitHub, or you can do it the way that I remember, which is basically we're going to get the file, which is https tinyurl.com/lgl-fedora. Okay, maybe we need to install that then. Sudo dnf install wget. There we go, and then do that, and then we go ls, and you can see it's just there. So we're going to change it so we can execute it. chmod +x lgl fedora sudo /lgl fedora. Let's go. We're doing it. So it's doing the RPM fusion, Cisco codecs, installing Cinnamon. So it installs Cinnamon and then it removes some stuff from Cinnamon. Now I wanted to remove Nemo, but it's so embedded into Cinnamon that it breaks everything. So I had to keep it in there. It's doing it still. It's struggling. Had an error there. I don't know what that was. Symlinks. Nice. It's still going. It hasn't crashed yet. For a list of what it does install, I'll be putting it up on the GitHub once I've sorted it all out. That's removed a bunch of stuff that I didn't want. Getting rid of the terminal, software, screenshot, disk utility. Okay, now it's doing some of the KDE stuff. Doing TLDR, YTDLP, pipex. We're also installed an XRDP, a Vert Manager. There's a section in here I haven't tested yet, which is it's going to try and set the default packages. AMD stuff. Oh, it's AMD only, by the way. Flatpak. That's all getting installed now. It's LibreOffice. I do use LibreOffice, so I'm putting that on there. Oh no, I spelled Lutris wrong. Damn it. Oh man. Put Lutris instead of Lutris. Shows it's not freaking AI. AI wouldn't have made that mistake. Lutris, there it is there. Look. Lutris. So if I just run that again, it should just skip everything, but it will take a little while. But I can speed up.
A few moments later.
There we go. Okay, so there's a bunch of config errors there. So that's phase two that I'm trying to do there. I'm trying to get it so it sets up the default apps, but also to sort out the theming as well. But I think I'm going to end up having to do that another time. So let's see what happens. Reboot. In theory, it should boot into logon screen. There we go. Right, failed to start a session. Okay. Well, that's not ideal, is it? So if we go and do send key, I think what it is, it's probably that last section where I was trying to change the defaults. Yeah, it's this bit here, I think. So let's get rid of all of that. Maybe I should install a different editor. Now I could edit it all out, but I'm gonna revisit this. Now I said to you at the very beginning of starting this channel, I'm going to show you warts and all, not just all the good stuff. I'm going to show you when it doesn't work. And here we are. Yeah, we get rid of all of these down to where it says info and then default apps configured. That needs to all go. Let's do that. I'm going to write that out. And we're going to go X, and then we're just going to go sudo dnf install cinnamon just to make sure everything's installed. A reboot. So it looks like there's something I'm uninstalling that's causing the session to fail. I do think it was that last script. Yeah, this looks like it's worked now. Look. Yay! There we go. So now if we look at, so that's Nemo. But if we go into here and look at all the tools, we've got Steam's installed, Heroics installed, Lutris, Proton Plus, Proton QT, or Proton Up. We've got Gwenview in there, Office, Ocular. I've left Shotwell in there. Internet, we've got Steam in there as well. Remote viewer, I think then default. We've got all of the Office stuff in there. We've got OBS in there. We've got BTOP, HTOP, Console, KDE Partition Manager. But disks isn't in there. Preferences, that's all part of the build. So pretty much everything I wanted to install is installed. But one of the things I wanted to do is the default stuff. So if I go to default, and change the preferred apps. So here I would go to, for example, music. I need to get a music app. We've got, I didn't install VLC, so I need to add that. Did I install VLC? Ah, see, that's missing. So we'll just quickly add that. Bear with me. Also minimize that. And then we'll go over to my bootstrap file. What we're going to do is we're going to edit it directly. We're going to take out all that stuff at the end there, which is this section here. File manager. So we are going to delete all that. And then when it goes to install the multimedia groups, I thought it was installed as part of the multimedia groups, but I guess not. So let's do, we have got a essential section somewhere. Where did I put it? Virtualization, gaming tools, Flatpak, AMD stack, multimedia. We can put it in here, can't we? So we'll stick it here. DNF -y install VLC, and we're just going to go true. Make sure I spell it right. True. So that's VLC installed. I'm going to leave that like that for a minute. We're going to go back to here. So music. What music app? Suggest in the comment what's a good music app. Video is going to be VLC. Ocular's fine for. Oh no, we'll do Gwenview for photos. It's automatically changed those. That's good. Document viewer. We need to change that to Ocular. Files. We can change to Dolphin. Plain text, we can change to Kwrite. Calculators, the built-in one. Terminal, we can change to console. So this is the sort of stuff I want to change, and I'll change the layout and everything like that, and then I'm going to work out how I can actually export that as well. So yeah, there we go. I thought I'd share that with you because I was quite excited about it. If you've made it this far, thank you very, very much. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? You're going to give this a go? You're going to give it a test in a VM? That would be really cool if you could. Pop a comment down below or just leave an emoji for the sake of engagement. Thank you so much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.